What's up, guys? It's Aisha, the owner of Aisha Alessandra Images. And let's just get straight into the video. I know I've been gone for a little minute. I've been on a hiatus, but I'm back. And I'm ready to give some more information and insight on what I do as a photographer. Today, we're going to talk about 5 things I learned after photographing my first wedding. It has been some time since I photographed my very first wedding. And you know what? After looking back at the pictures today, I do want to say thank you to those clients. Truly, thank you for trusting me with the job. It's not that I wasn't qualified, it's just that I had a lot more growing to do. And over time, I've grown so much. Number one, have a plan for your gear. And when I say that, I mean to make sure that one, you have a safe place to put your gear as you're working your wedding, and also to make sure that you're able to run and gun when you need to. Because at weddings, things happen in an instant, right? So you don't want to be fumbling around in a bag and having to run back behind the DJ booth and then come back to the dance floor and all that. You want to be as efficient as possible. So you really want to make sure that you're packing as a minimalist and packing to the fullest potential to still get quality shots, the best shots that you can, and still being able to tell a story as you're photographing the wedding. Making sure you have somewhere safe to store your gear. We don't want to be robbed, right? Our stuff's expensive. Nobody wants to go back to their bag and the bag's just not there, and then who knows who took it, because by the end of the night, let's be honest, a lot of the guests are pretty tipsy. So we want to make sure that we are putting our gear in a safe place and a trusted place. Number 2, having enough memory cards. When I did my first wedding, I actually didn't have large SD cards, which actually sounds insane that I'm saying that right now. I actually think I was shooting with 16s, which is not the wave. So you need to make sure you have your SD cards ready to go so that you're not literally swapping out cards like I was doing, swapping out cards. Luckily, I had enough 16 at the time where I shoot with 64s, 128s if I have to, but I really don't like to go to 128 because your data sometimes can get lost in the nothing. So make sure you have your SD cards. Number 3, another thing that I learned was to make sure that I get all the details. You need to make sure you gather all the details because also at this wedding, while it was at a farm, it was in a barn, which was giving orange hues because of the inside structure of the barn. And the dance floor was at a pavilion. Like they had like a pavilion outside of the barn. And there was like a concrete floor and there was no lights because we are in the middle of nowhere in South Jersey. We are in the middle of nowhere when I went to this wedding. So there was no lights, no nothing. They didn't even have like string lights hanging. And that was it. And I made it work, but I feel like now would have done such a better job had I been better prepared. Don't be too hard on yourself if you do make mistakes. We all make mistakes, and their pictures still came out great, and they loved them at the end of the day. The client was happy. I knew I could have done better, but the client was happy. 4, bring business cards. I know that we're in an era where you want to just pull out your phone and tell somebody your Instagram name. But to be honest, when you're working events and weddings where there's a bunch of people coming at you, know who you are real quick, the best thing you can do for your first wedding is to just bring business cards because there's so many people, aunts and uncles and cousins, and they just want to know you because if you're doing an excellent job, they're going to keep coming up to you. I do more branding today. So I make sure that I'm wearing my logo on specific items and I sell my merch online. So if you're interested in that, check out the website. You need to remember that you're a walking advertisement for your business. So you need to have your business cards in order as well as if you have branded merch, you need to be wearing that. Not all the time, but just make sure you're doing that so that people know who you are and they don't actually have to come up to you and interrupt you while you're doing your job. Tip number 5. This one is interesting for me because people don't see me like this. I am an introverted extrovert, but everybody thinks I'm more extroverted. So when I say be bold, I mean don't be afraid to get the shot. You need to just make sure you're out there doing your best job because that's what you came for. I don't even care. You could literally just be, just doing all of that and the shot will come out fire. Be bold. Don't be afraid to just get down on the ground and do specific things because it does help lighten the atmosphere at the wedding. Like your client definitely will trust you and they'll get some fire shots and you'll have some great shots to share for the next wedding that you book after this one and then the next one and the next one. So you want to make sure that you're really just get out of that box. And I find that a lot of photographers that I know and a lot of us are actually introverts. When you're being bold and you're thinking outside that box, you help elevate the vision and execute what the client wants. If they book you for any specific reason, they're booking you probably because obviously they've seen your portfolio. Looking back at it today, there's many things that I could have done totally different and could have just taken that wedding to the next level. But at the time, I was more ill prepared, and I'm not really afraid to say that. I'm being honest here. Let's just be real. So you want to make sure that you just really think outside the box. And those are the 5 things that I learned after photographing my first wedding. Welcome back to the channel. I do want to say that because I haven't been here in a while and I have not been consistent. There's been many, many wonderful things that have been changing in my career path, and they've just been honestly just blessings falling from sky. Thank y'all for rocking with me. I hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Come on, guys, help me get there. Help me get somewhere on this channel, right? But thank you for rocking with me. It's been an honor to truly see you guys all again and talk to y'all. So, till next time. Peace.